Hello and welcome to Maggie's Fun Time. This is Magzie, and we are back here on Farming Simulator 19. This is the No Man's Land lap map. It's by Alien Jim. It's on the mod, uh, the in-game mod uh, tab in the game. Just go to maps or you can just search No Man's Land. Last episode we sold everything. We got 356,000, and you're at this point right here in the game. All right, we've kept a few things of equipment. I can go ahead and show you in the garage here. We decided that we were going to keep. My suggestion to you was to keep this tractor. It's already upgraded. It goes 31 miles an hour. It's going to get you to and from the sell point a lot faster, a lot quicker. We decided that these two um, trailers here were going to be perfect for you to start out with, so you can keep these. Now, the caveat here is if you are wanting to do a start with nothing playthrough, you're going to be zeroing out all that money, all right? And you're just going to start out with like a chainsaw. Um, if you're doing that, you need to start here first, all right? I still do not suggest you stay here, but you're going to need this guy right here. You're going to need this in order to do your initial start. You do have the crops that are in here, but we sold all those. If you're doing your start from scratch with no money, um, you can decide whether you want to use the crops in here or not. If you're one of those people that you want to avoid all the crops out and start out with just nothing, absolutely nothing, and then just like use the lumber to get up enough to start getting some equipment so you can start farming, that is a perfectly valid way to start this map, and it's quite fun, I do have to say. My suggestion is not to stay here though. Once you get up enough money to buy a plot of land, uh, buy that one, sell all the stuff off of this one, sell this one, move all your equipment over to the new one. All right. So today we're gonna sell all the stuff off. We're gonna grab our trailer and our tractor there, and I'm gonna take you over to the land that I suggest for you guys to get. All right. So first things first, let's go to our garage, and you're gonna sell. You're gonna lose on this stuff, but you're gonna be able to put your own stuff in. All right, over to the new place, the stuff that you want to have. All right. So don't worry about selling this stuff. Sell it. Uh, your little shelter here. Go ahead and sell that. An old stacked baler shed. Um, the only time I use bales is if I'm selling them. So having a bale shed for me doesn't make any sense. If you are the type that uses bales, I would go get a mod that like takes the bale in and stacks it inside on its own, and then it will eject it back out to you when you need it. And like if you get the right kind, it actually shows the bales stacking up inside of the actual bale. Or if you're the type of person that likes the having to stack the bales on your own in your own buildings, you can get a shed to do that in. It's not going to cost you that much more. We're going to sell this direct sell point here. We're going to sell the vehicle shop. We're going to sell the water station here. And we're going to go ahead and sell the farmhouse. There we go. This leaves you with the chainsaw and your three pieces of equipment that you tried to stay if you're following my guide, and you have 452,000 on your bank account. And then the next thing we're going to do here is go to our map here, and we're going to hit X here, and we're going to sell this. Now, this gives you 437,386. All right. So, my suggestion for you guys for the land to start out with is 13. 13 is great, and I'll tell you why. All right. Let's go ahead and hit this. We're going to go ahead and buy this one. You can trade spots off whenever you want. All right. Now this is a little bit further from town, and you probably want to like buy 14 and make these roads here, connect these roads up, whichever way. I like to go 23, 24, and then over like this. But you can just make a road straight over there if you want to. Or if you're using the global company mod, you can just turn the feature on where it lets you edit the landscaping when you don't own the land and just make the roads. It will cost you a little bit on money wise, but you can just highlight these roads. Now these roads does show up on the map here, but they're grown over in grass in the actual in game. So just be mindful of that. So I'm going to grab the tractor. We're going to grab one of the trailers. Go ahead and take it over there. And I'll come back for that and those fertilizer and seed right there. As you can see on the actual map, we're traveling the road, but on the thing, you can barely see the road. It's all covered up with grass, so you probably want to highlight that there. And we're just going over to this one right here. So there we go. This is number 13. Now, what we want to do is build our stuff back here on this. We don't want to go up on this hill, but we want to keep it as flat as possible. All right. Did I choose the wrong one? Was it 13? Was it 23? Hold up. I might have told you guys the wrong one. Let me check. I think it might be 23. Yeah, because I don't remember that being there. That's a big ass hill there. Oh yeah, it is 23. Let's fix that. That's my mistake. They sell for the same price you buy them for, so it's not a big deal. So, my bad, guys. 23, and I take that back there. And what I was saying about 13 here is when you, if you buy that, you can like this whole back section here. Just put your stuff back here. We're going to start out with one piece of land. I don't need more than that. The reason why I suggest 23 here is on the left side here. There's a huge forest here. So if you're doing lumberjack, you can start on this forest here to clear it out. Okay. And there's also a little forest over here that you can do some clearing on. I'm going to suggest that you guys build the lumber mill over here. You want to build the lumber mill regardless of whether you are going with a forestry farm at first or not. All right, you want to be able to sell your stuff. All right, and I suggest putting it over here. It just feels wrong putting stuff like 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 strategically you'd want to put it over there because if you're going forestry, you're going to buy 22 and just clear that whole land off right there. You understand? This is all forest on 22. Let's go over here and I'll show you what I'm talking about. Yeah. So you can cut all the trees out to about here. All right. Yeah, about here. All of this is just forest, and you can just cut this down for money. So if you're doing forestry, You can buy 22 and then cut down and replant really, really well. The whole thing is, and back there, 12 is also full of just woods. All right. So the great thing about 23 is it's completely flat for the most part. Um, yeah, completely flat. So we want to get started here. We want to put most of our houses and stuff back here as far to this edge as we can get. So let's go get our house down first. We do want a farmhouse. Uh, excuse me. You can go with one of the houses if you want. All right. That's completely up to you. The cheapest one is the 350. Um, or you can go to decorations and you can download a building and use that. All right. There's and they're a little bit cheaper. All right. For our purposes, I'm going to go ahead and grab us a house. The farm mat is a viable thing to use also, but we want to go super cheap. This is the one that was over there. You could use either one of these here. Um, actually, you're 35 per day. You're 26 per day. So let's try you. We do want to turn this. How do you turn? Shift. Rotate. It's arrows. Yeah. So we want to turn this like this way. I kind of want it to be like catty cornered. It's going to say we don't own that land. And kind of want it to be near the woods. So that's 42,000 right there. There we go. That's our farmhouse. Go ahead and escape out of that. Okay, the next thing we're going to want, all right, is under miscellaneous. And you're going to want a sawmill, all right? And I'm going to put mine over here just so we have to actually travel to get to it, all right? So we're going to turn this here. Here we go. Find a good spot for it. That's about the best we're going to get right there. There we go. And then the only other building, oh well, there's a couple more buildings that I would suggest. For the uses of these guys will give you money per day. All right, this one, and the windmill. All right, um, it will help you out at the beginning of the game. If you don't want to use these, don't worry about it. Use them. They are good for me for putting in aesthetic wise. All right, and it will help you cover the cost of the buildings that you put down. All right, if you want to do that kind of a thing. Um, I might put a water mill like next to the house aesthetically, but yeah, yeah. We want to go over here. What is it? It might be under silos. Yes, we want to get the small BGA. It's only 35,000. They lowered the cost of it. It used to be 50. All right, and I like to put it down here. There's a nice little open area right below the forest, right down here. And I like to rotate it where this is in the front here. So like that, and I'm just gonna put that there. All right. Um, there was a problem with the extension not actually working for the BGA, so I'm not going to add that in. You probably do want that. All right. These liquid tanks here are really good. Um, um, we're going to probably be using for personally for me, I'm going to probably be using the BGA to get fertilizer for the fields. All right, for my setup that what I'm telling you guys about. So I'm going to be using that as fertilizer. So I'm not going to need other liquid fertilizers, and I never play with weeds on, so I don't need herbicide. So the only reason I need this is for gas, and there's a cheaper way of getting a gas storage there. But you can use this to store your seeds, lime, and fertilizer, or you can get a multi-grain silo. Do I have any of those installed? Um, we'll get to this in a second. Yes, this is a small multi-grain, multi-fruit silo. It accepts root crops. It accepts all a bunch of different crops, but I don't see fertilizer on the list. What are our other choices for silos? Grain silo. I must not have them installed. So let's go for this one. Yeah, I'm just worried. What do you do? Yes, I will need this if I don't do this. But this one's 180. Now you can get the older one back. It's all the way back here. It's only 54,000. You can put that back in if you want. For me, I do want to store all my stuff. So that's a lot of money. It's requiring all my money for stuff. You know what I'm saying? Mm, the regular grain silo is also that much. I think our best bet for right now. See, I'm going to be getting this one, so let's go with the cheaper version. Yeah, let's get this guy put in. We're going to put him back up here near our house. If we go back up here, let's go ahead and rotate this here. I don't own that land. I guess we're going to have to put it on this side. No, I don't want to do that. That's way too far over. Let's put you right there. There we go. That's our silo. Now, if you're going to be doing a lot of silage, all right, you're going to want a silage pit, or you're going to want one of these. All right, this is a fermenting silo. There's another one from Global Company that also works. There's an upgraded version of that one. Um, so you got to decide whether you want to do bunker silos. And you can use one of the cheap ones if you want for now. There's these ones that are in the game as mods, and um, there's also these guys here you can use. Um, so it's up to you which one you do. This is actually going to be cheaper for us. So what I th- what I think is for now, let's go ahead and put a couple of these in. So what I want to do is go ahead and put these down here near um, this guy. So I'm thinking one there, and then one there. So we get two. We probably never use that much at the beginning, but that'll give us plenty of room for that. Um, and and of course, your selections will be dependent on the mods that you download. All right, so you might have better, cheaper mods to use on this stuff, so you can put that one in. The only other thing I absolutely want to get is the storage for our seeds and stuff. Um, this will go up here. I think aesthetically, I'm going to put it right here by the lumber mill here. Would look better like that, maybe. Oh, no, 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 no. I kind of want it sideways. There we go. All right. So that'll get you started. Placements, you don't need more than this. Um, this leaves you about, for me, it leaves me 200,000. All right. For other equipment, and I've got really cheap equipment to start out with. Um, so this will get you started with 200,000. I don't want to make suggestions for you guys on how which equipment to buy. I'm going to use super cheap stuff for mine. I'm also going to save this map, and if I ever do a let's play on a farming simulator, this is the one I will use here. I'm going to go ahead. Oh, at the beginning you don't need a shed, but if you did want a shed, um, there are some cheap sheds here. Yeah. So I like the drive-through ones, but there are some cheap ones here. I would probably go with this one or um, one of these small ones here, just to get something down. Maybe. Let's yeah, let's just put in one of these. Wow, that's big. It says small, but that's big. Um, I don't own this land. Um, I do own that land. I don't know why I keep saying that. Let's go out for a second. Let's move you. There we go. I kind of want it right here. Yeah, it would go right there. How close can I get that to my house? Now, see the problem with that. That's gonna take into our field. So, do we want to put it over here instead? This isn't going to be our field anyway. Let's see that. Yeah, I'm only putting this in. I wouldn't do this. I'll go without a shed. Just leave my stuff out. But I know some of you guys like putting your stuff under a shed. This one will get you by at the beginning of the game. So, uh, put that there. Let's show you the inside of this here. Then I'm going to do a little bit of landscaping stuff. So this is a much better uh, out in the woods starting little house. It's a little bit more. There's nothing in that room. Um, is there not a place to wait? Oh, there is right here. Just as long as you're in the house, you can sleep. Okay, I get it. So there we go. Go ahead and shut that door. Um, a couple things we want to do at the beginning here. We want to clear all the trees off of this middle part of the field. So let's go ahead and do that. There we go. And then if you turn this back straight, stumps are gone. All right. Then we can get back in here. Cut this off here. I'm going to go ahead. I play with super strength on. I'm going to go ahead and cut that on there. And then we can do these other trees here. So go ahead and cut that one down. Come over here real quick. Cut this one down here. Then we can cut back straight here. So this is that lumberjack mod. Allows you to do this. You can cut stumps up at the beginning of the game with just your chainsaw. It's really helpful. It saves you loads of time too. Is it realistic? I have to say some of the stuff. Some of the stuff that they use in the end game for grinding stumps doesn't actually make any sense about getting up stumps anyway. Um, I don't know what equipment they use in real life for getting stumps out of the ground, but like for me, for farming wise, you got to get more than just a stump up. Like there's roots down in the ground. You got to get all those roots and stuff out of there too. Especially if it's a big tree. Get that out of there. So that's those three trees gone. Where's the other one? There it is. There we go. Now, of course, you're probably going to want to adjust this stuff if you don't want concrete around here and turn this to grass and stuff with landscaping. Of course, you're going to do that. Probably around that over there too with landscaping. Let's go get our tractor because it's just stupid walking around here. We don't need this. Actually, let's go get our other trailer also because we're almost done with this video. I always wondered, this is a field. Since there's a field on here and you don't own this, does this mean that it's actually going to give you contracts for this field? All right. Go ahead and and try to pick it up from a little bit further distance so I can see what I'm doing. There we go. And jump in this, hook the straps up, head back over to the house. Now, if you don't want to, you don't have to buy all this stuff. The only things you basically need is, let me park this right here. Oh, come on. I throw this little switch to open this up. You not going there? I might have to put it in something. I might have to put it in a trailer, then dump the trailer. Yeah, that's fine. I'll deal with that later. Let's go down here and take out these other two trees. I might take out this tree too, because I don't like how close that is. So, we're going to have another field down here. Alright, and we don't want all these trees down here near it. So, we need to take these out. Alright. Our property line goes down to right here. And we're going to be using all of this for field. Alright, so all the trees up here need to come out. Alright, so let's get you gone. There we go. And I want to put this on backwards, so the small end's hanging off of the trailer. Hey, 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 hey. That'll work. Oh! I pressed the wrong button. Let's try that again. I could cut this in half. R. There we go. That's actually not up high enough, is it? Let's go a little bit further. There we go. That. It's hanging off the back there. Let's get these trees right here. There we go. There we go. And tree-wise, that's not on our property, right? You're on the property or not? Yes, it is. we go. You know what? It's driving me nuts. Let's take you off and you off. Drop that back a little bit. There we go. Let me put that back on there. There we go. And now we can put this one on. Alright. I think I'm going to leave these trees here because I don't think this is going to be part of our field here. Well, maybe, well, no. This one probably will have to go though. There we go. There we go. Okay. So that'll cover that. Let me go take these to the lumber mill. I'm going to go ahead and sell these here. 500. $1,000. Okay, that gets that out of the way. So I'm going to show you in landscaping. You don't want to do this part in landscaping. You want to do it with a plow or a cultivator. Hit that. So or do I want to do it this way? Hmm. No. Um, let's go ahead and grab the subsoiler. 130. There. Bye. There we go. Let's go grab that real quick. We'll get into you. I'm going to park this over here for right now. Just out of the way. Go ahead and follow the road a little bit. The problem is you're going to have to make your own road because, like, this road, it says, sorry guys, I had to, my phone rang. The main road that you usually use doesn't stretch over to that one, so you have to make a new road over there. There's a path that you can actually follow if you take the right roads. But you can just drive over to this one and then take that to the main highway there. And I'll show you a way to get back and forth from your house. Um, there's a road that actually leads back there for the most part. Also, I'm probably going to put the cultivator on front of this and go ahead and get the gas trailer too. Well, we don't need that right now, but you want to get a gas trailer. There's two options in there. Either one will work. You can actually lease it since you hardly ever use it. So if you want to lease it, it's a little bit cheaper way to get one. It will be a an everyday charge for you though. At least if you buy it, it's yours. You won't get charged every day for using it. Yeah. Is this the right one? There we go. Now this is a subsoiler, right? But I do have a mod on that allows this to be able to create fields. That's not a normal thing. So you wouldn't normally be able to do this. You'd have to use an actual plow. Yeah. And I just want to mark out the areas that you're going to want to create your fields in. I'm not going to create both the fields in this episode. Uh, I'm going to go ahead and do those fields though, probably on my own time. And if we ever start a Let's Play on this map, um, the fields will already be created and be ready to uh, put crops in and stuff. Now I suggest you going with a actual culti plow. Um, that way, if you do like corn and stuff like that for your silage, you already have something where you can you'll have something that plows it every single time. There's several crops that need to be plowed every time after you grow them, and with this you'll never have to replow your field because um, you'll always be plowing every time you cultivate. And you also we can get a direct drill, so we don't actually have to cultivate. So you don't have to use this like once every three three times. You can get a regular plow, but these usually have the same amount of distance. So what we want here is to create our field of grass, right? So I want to we're going to allow fields here and lower, and you want to get as close to these things as you can because you want all of this to be a grass field. And I'm not going to go all the way up to the property line. Let's get this up here. But you want as much field, actual grass field, as you can get. So what I'm plowing now, this is going to be your grass field. All right. Let me move this. Get that out of the way. Right about there. Wrong way. Now, my suggestion to you is to mow this whole thing first. I'm just trying to make an outline so you guys will know where your fields are actually going to be, if that makes sense. You want to get you a mower and mow the entire field and go ahead and put that in and get it that fermenting. That'll give you a little bit of money. Yeah. We're going to make this grass field pretty big. There we go. I'm going to get this up. And I wanted a square field for the most part. We are going to include some of that side over there in on the field. There we go. Go ahead and get this over to here. And there's no reason not to go over as far as you possibly can. I think we'll probably take these trees out also. But for right now, about to right here, it looks like it'll be good. There we go. And I will remind you again, don't do this first, mow all this first, and then plow it up. So you'll get extra money off of it. So I want to go ahead and go up as far as I possibly can to this thing here. There we go. And then connect these guys up right here. There we go. Now, the whole inside of this is going to be plowed up after I cut this field. It's going to be plowed up, and then this is going to be your grass field. And your second field, I want you to come down from here. All right. I want you to leave this gap in between here. Later on, we'll probably go ahead and add this to that field, but you want to leave a gap in between your fields. Otherwise, when you have workers working for you, they're going to mess up. And try to do stuff in the other field instead of the one you're doing. I like where this tree is. That's my marker for my next field, and this is the one I plant crops in. All right. So what I want to do is try to get this as straight as possible. Go ahead and lower this, and this entire bottom part here is going to be our crop field. So we're gonna plow this all the way down. Now you can split this apart and do two different fields right here. I like to make it one whole big field. And you want to be careful not to go all the way up to the edge of the map. So about right here should do you. Move that over just a tad bit more. There we go. All right. Go ahead and lower that. Yeah, that's perfect. Now you could go down just a tad bit more, but I don't. Your helpers, your workers that you hire, they kind of derp out a little bit. So you're gonna keep them away from the edge if you can. And we're gonna go all the way up. We're gonna leave probably about a 2 foot gap in between us and this tree right here. There should do it. Go ahead and turn here. My nose is itching. Now, if you're not good with geometry, uh, and you can't see that one over there, it might be better to take the tractor back over there and make the line this way. Yeah. I got faith though. All right. Let's go over here to just to ensure that we're getting the right spot. Yeah, I was pretty close on that one. We'll start from this side here. I'm going to have to remove this tree though, but we want to get the field done first. I'll do the tree later before I do another episode. There we go. Get this down. And again, I'll probably move this down a little bit closer, but you want at least I don't know, two, 3 truck lengths between your fields, just so they don't have any wonky stuff happening with your workers when they're working on your fields. I might just leave that the same like that because that actually looks pretty good. Yeah, let's go ahead and come down and connect these two here. Yeah. go. Let's get this all the way to the end here. Okay, put this out. Take allow things off. Okay, so if we go into this view here, I'll show the outlines here. These guys here, this is going to be your grass field here. This is all forest, so you can't plow into that just yet. You'd have to clear all this stuff out. When you clear all these woods out here, you can extend this over. And I would probably move your, well, you might be able to move, you just leave that there, and then you can extend this over and then connect it up right here. So you'll extend your grass field out here. This will always be right here. You'll probably add any kind of other buildings down here that you need. And for the most part, you're not going to put any more fields in this one here. The next one I would probably go for is 33 here. I would expand out and out this way here. If you're going lumberjacking, I'd probably get 22 first and 12 and go ahead and strip those of all the trees and then do your fields in there. And that's what I would do. So that's going to be your fields. This one here is going to be for planting. This one up here is going to be grass field. And then I might bring this down to about right here. Should give you enough distance between the two fields to where your workers don't mess up. So I might bring this down another, I don't know, 2 or 3 tractor lengths. We'll see. The only thing else I can help you guys with is, let's go to the map here. Well, let's just, you're going to want a seeder, and I'm not going to be doing planting, so I don't need a planter, so I'm just going to get a seeder here. And I have one downloaded that I love to use. This is a really cheap version here, and it'll plant this field for you, or you can use this one. Both of these are super cheap. I'm going to go with this one. This one's a direct drill, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, yes, this one's a direct drill, 6,000. It's a John Deere, and it fertilizes also, I think. Yeah, so I'm going to go ahead and buy that. If you're not using mods, this starter one here you can buy. Yeah, or the star right here. Depends on how much money you want to spend. All right, so that's that. Go ahead and go back. If you don't buy a direct drill, you're going to need a cultivator. I have downloaded a bunch of ones. These ones that are modded so that they create fields. There are some really big cultivators that you can get. It's actually going to depend on how much money you have to spend. But here at the end, this one's about the nicest one. This is the cheapest one here. It only requires 20 horsepower too. You're also going to want to get your equipment based on how much horsepower you have, so be mindful of that. But this one only requires 70 horsepower here. It's pretty good. Nope, it's 5 meter width. I actually don't need one because I'm going to be direct drilling and then 3 times, and then I'm going to be plowing the fields, and it's a plow cultivator, so it's not going to matter. So you got that. I'm going to need a mower. So let's go to mowers. I have a John Deere mower. Now this is only, it requires 50 horsepower. I love this thing. I don't have a John Deere tractor, but I plan on upgrading to a John Deere tractor. So I would probably get this one because that's a mod that I have. This is also a nice one to do. It's a side mount one. It only requires 10 horsepower for you to use. So no matter which way you start out with, you can get that one going. I'm going to go ahead and get this one. You can change the brand on it too if you don't want that one. So different brand there, and it has other stuff on it. So that's our mower. We are going to need a windrower. I don't have any special one of those, or what's a tedder? Yeah, you're going to need a tedder. I don't have a special one of those like downloaded. So it's a tedder. It's a windrower because we're not going to be making. Yeah, it's this one, windrower. I hate this one. Right? It's cheap. It's the cheapest one, but I hate that one. Uh, there are some modded ones that I have on here that you can actually get. Uh, this one. That's what that kind of looks like. It kind of separates out. Um, but this one is just as good. 35 horsepower. It's the one I like to use. Go ahead and go back. Go back. I don't need a baler. All right. Do I need a baler? Did I get that building? Let's go to garage. What do I have? No, I got this. So I do need a forage wagon. To start out with, I always get this one. It's 675. Go with the unfolded version. That'll help you pick up the grass off the field and dump it in your silos. You can also pick up the silage with this, so you can dump that. It's dual purpose. Um, you will need a front loader to scrape the thing off the field. There's also a mod that Farmer Cop uses. The miller, what's it called? I think it's a miller. You can add that in. It goes on the front of your tractor and it like sucks up stuff from the front of it and throws it into a trailer. So then you wouldn't need a loading wagon. But um, that thing rips the stuff off the field. So that you know you will need a front loader and a bucket to get the cover off the field once you cover it and it turns into silage. If you're doing a the baler route, um, I do have a mod back here. It gives you the option for I have a John Deere that's cheap. Requires 115 horsepower, so that's still in your range. This one requires 120. Both of these are square bales, but that means you will have to buy the wrapper unit here, which means additional cost here. So getting a big loading wagon will probably do you better. It's up to you. I'm going to go with just for right now. I'm going to go ahead and go with the loading wagon and just use that and get a front loader for my tractor. Uh, I'm still thinking about getting a John Deere tractor, so I'll leave that in there and we'll see. But I will. You'll have enough money to buy this in a bucket, so just make sure you get the bucket. Yeah, on there. And for fertilizer, I go expensive. I want to be able to spread lime and fertilize, so I always get this one here. You can get the extension to make it bigger, so it holds 14,000, and I get the spreading disc on it as well. Go ahead and buy that one, and that should cover you for equipment. Uh, I have a mod for pallets here. If you come back here, these are pallets here. If I go into here, it's this pallet here has 2,100. I can switch it to a bigger pallet for 120 more, and that gives me 4,200. All right, so this cost me 1,400, getting double the amount for 200 cheaper. And I like to get these pallets. You can get them wrapped or unwrapped, so it does cost more to get it wrapped, just to let you guys know. And it does come in lime and solid fertilizer. So I'll probably get a bunch of those and bring them out here and fill up our seed fertilizer thing. Um, I'll probably get a bunch of seed pallets, bring them out. So you want to save you a little bit of money so you can get seed, fertilizer, lime. Lime's the more expensive stuff. However, it's a little bit cheaper for this one. Um, but with that being said, I think that's about covers it. I'm going to probably do... no, I probably won't do another video. I'm going to do these fields, though, and uh, probably screenshot it so you guys can see the fields plowed and um, seeded and stuff. And, well, this one will be seeded with grass before I come back in. This one over here, I probably won't have this seeded yet or not, because I probably want to do that one on camera. Maybe not seed this one. We'll see how it goes. We'll see how it goes. Anyway, guys, that's my suggestion for how to start the game using this field. This is one of the best fields in the game. Nice and flat. You put all your buildings down. It won't cost you that much extra to put the buildings down. As you see, a number of my buildings didn't cost me any extra to lay down. If you don't like the concrete underneath them, you could do some landscaping to get rid of that. Turn it into grass if you want. All this stuff's going to be mowed down, so you're not going to have any of these like floating bushes and stuff in your way. Just going to be all sweet, wonderful looking grass. If you like this episode, make sure you smack that like button. If you subscribe to my channel, I'll send you notifications when I have new videos out. You guys can come check it out, see if you like it. If you do like this episode, uh, you want to share it with your friends, there's a share tab down below. Click on the share tab, copy the link, post it on your Facebook, Twitter, wherever you do social media. If you have any tips, tricks, or comments, put it down in the comments down below. Don't forget to follow me on social media pages. Don't forget to set your notification settings for my channel using the notification bell. And mowing this and this first before you plow the fields. Make sure you do that. And put it in for fermenting and get that going. Uh, I do use a fertilizer spreader at the beginning of the game. I did forget to show you guys that. I do switch to a slurry spreader, which will allow you to do just digestate. Uh, the cheapest one is fine at the beginning of the game, but I like to use this one here. It'll take you some time to save up for this one probably, but I would use the regular fertilizer one. You want to keep that one so you can go ahead and lime with that one also, and then switch over to using this with digestate, and that'll cover you for a long while. It does 12 meters. It requires 150 horsepower, so by the time you get this, you should have a bigger tractor. And the tractor I will probably be going for excuse me, is I have a modded one. It's 109 one here. It's only 140 horsepower, so it's not much bigger than... Oh, that's not going to cover it, is it? I'm going to have to go with a medium tractor. Think about that one. What do you give me? No, that's not even worth it either, is it? I might as well push for this one. All right. 300. Get a big tractor. Use this one on the farm just for running stuff around. That might actually work. We'll see. We'll see. I do want a John Deere. We'll see how it works out. Anyway, guys, I'll see you guys later.